Hi there, I'm the Wolf Doctor, and welcome to my first video. Basically, Nando V Movies and a bunch of YouTubers got together, and they put out the call for people to talk about their favorite scene in all of X-Men media, whether it be movies, TV shows, comic books, or games, or, I don't know, toys or something. Well, I thought of one, and I want to talk about it. And it may not be the most to do with X-Men, because contrary to the giant size X-Men #1 up on my wall, I'm not the biggest X-Men fan. Like, I like them, and like, I'll watch the movies and I read the comics, but like, I don't know, just not my favorite. But in this project, I guess, that Nando V Movies and these people have started, I'll talk about my the title card was provided by Nando V Movies, by the way, so I'll put the link to his video in the description if you want to use it. If you want to make a video, do it. It's always fun to talk about things you like. But my one perfect scene comes from Death of Wolverine. It's a comic book. It's a complete collection, and it's my favorite comic book death. I wish it stayed permanent, because I like Wolverine. I like Logan, but it felt like such a good cap off to his story, and I'm going to talk about it. And I mentioned earlier, it's not the most to do with X-Men. It's kind of a solo Wolverine thing and kind of his group, but people have done the one X-cellent Scene thing about stuff from the Deadpool movies, or even Logan the movie, which has some stuff to do with this, mainly just Logan and dying. And those aren't really super X-Men-y either. I mean, there are references to them, but the scenes they chose don't necessarily have to do with the X-Men. And so I'm including Wolverine as the X-Men. He's kind of been the representative of the X-Men for a very long time. And in the story, some X-Men characters show up, and so let's run through it really quickly. Logan gets to the lab with evil scientist bad guy. I'm terrible with names. I apologize. It's the dude who gave Logan his adamantium claws, and he's doing it to other people. He says something to the effect of, he's gone all of his life and he's finally getting it right this time. Because Logan was a failure. He wasn't obedient. He went off and became this hero that we know, and this doctor sees it as a failure. And Logan's pissed because this dude's about to he's about to put metal in these people's bones, on these people's bones. And this doctor only needs one thing to make him unkillable. He's upped their strength and speed and even their healing, but it's not enough. The adamantium kills him as soon as he injects it in him, so he needs Wolverine's healing, but he doesn't have it. So Wolverine, has a little fight, and he even gets to a point where the doctor starts the procedure on the dude to put the adamantium in him. But when Logan beats the agent guy he's fighting, the doctor runs away. And Logan is given the choice to run after him or stop the process. And he stops the process. Remember, he doesn't have his healing factor, so he pops his claws all painful, like similar to how he does in Logan, and slashes open the adamantium reservoir covering himself in molten metal, which I imagine hurts. And then, as it's still liquid, he injects these people with the healing serum so that they're not, because like they had already been cut open preparing for the adamantium injection, so he's saving their lives real quick. And the doctor runs out onto the roof and is going to a helicopter when an adamantium covered Wolverine just struts out, steaming, and the helicopter man reaches for his gun and then decides to get the fuck out of there. And the doctor has this big speech, where I'm going to read out word for word because it's important. At least I tried. I tried to make something. I tried to change the world. But what did you ever do? But kill people. What did you ever do? What did you ever... And he dies. Not even necessarily by Logan's hands. We never get any confirmation of him doing it. We don't see him stab it. There's not blood, noticeable blood on his claws when he's walking past it. But as Logan is thinking about this, what did he ever do? We see flashbacks of Wolverine, his past gloves, him being a soldier, him teaching at the X-Mansion, and he sits at the edge, looking out into a canyon, the sunrise glistening off of the adamantium, and he realizes he did enough. And he did. And we get this full-page final shot, great final shot, of him sitting there, claws out, covered in adamantium. A memorial, a kind of grim memorial, but a memorial to Wolverine, to Logan, to James Howlett, to whichever other personas he's had throughout the years. And I love this scene. I think I said before, it's my favorite comic book death. Because, like, there have been other good ones, but this one is a real round-off for his character. You know, it's him reflecting. His past comes back to haunt him. He's ready to face it. And he doesn't even really have to. Like, he doesn't... We don't know if he even, like, killed the villain. He doesn't need to. The villain killed himself. We see he's bleeding before. Glass got stuck in him after Wolverine broke the glass that was separating them in the laboratory. But is that Wolverine's fault? He doesn't kill him. This man is sitting there yelling at him about, what did you ever do but kill people? I was trying to make things. I was trying to change the world. And Wolverine throws that out the window by literally doing nothing. He just doesn't have to. Because he's already done enough. He doesn't have to do more. That's when we get that word. Enough. With all the things that Wolverine has done, all the people he saved, all the friends he's made, it's enough. It's his life and it was worth living. And he, the immortal Wolverine, the man who's gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk, the man who survived getting the adamantium pulled off of his bones, the man who let Colossus grab his ass and throw him. He does it. He dies. And there he is. In the adamantium casing. Because he did enough. But it's comic book, so it doesn't last. Spoiler alert, sorry. Yeah, he gets out and he's alive now and just popping around as Wolverine. It sucks, but what are you gonna do? It's comic books. Wolverine can't die. Hal Jordan can't die. Bruce Wayne can't die. Hell, Spider-Man has a whole storyline where he dies and comes back, and same story. But yeah, other than the whole comic book status quo thing, I really think it's a really good round-off for the character. It's the X-Men losing their not status symbol, that's the wrong word for it, their representative, their, not leader, but kind of like their glue. Like, Cyclops was always kind of the leader, up until kind of recently. Not really kind of recently, a while ago recently. X-Men have been doing some weird stuff recently, but I won't talk about that. But yeah, it's the death of Wolverine. It's a little bit of why I really liked it. I didn't want this to be a super long video because it's my first and not super used to standing in front of a camera and didn't know how fidgety and stuff I'd be. Now I don't like with how long this video is now, so how do I know I'm not going to be super fidgety and like even more so in like a 20-minute video? Yeah. So yeah, I'm the Wolf Doctor. I want to do more stuff like this. Hopefully people who see this like this. If you didn't, there's a button for that. But if you did, I don't know, like and subscribe, all that. That's what YouTubers do. And I want to do kind of some more stuff like this, kind of talking about stuff I like. Maybe some more formal reviews of maybe some comic books, maybe some just normal books, maybe some movies and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching all that. And hopefully, I'll see you next time.